Hello viewers, welcome to your program Salone Morning Discoveries. Me and Justice E.M. Chijan from KID-AFAN. Today the 30th August 2022, inside the studio with me I get the Executive Director of Patriotic Advocacy Network. We can tell we what's in the network there about and also how this network came about. Hello and welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Justice, and I thank you for hosting me. I think it's a great pleasure see young people and they in such amazing work. And I think you are so happy for their.
Okay, so before we go inside the business proper, people out there want to know who that's now you.
Well, me na Ansumana Keita, me na student, an activist, and also me na a communication person because my first degree I do in mass communication. The final year now I do law, and also I serve as the vice president for Law Society FBC, and they are into student politics in a very positive way. And I dedicate a whole lot of my life for see how best I render service to young people in this nation and the country as a whole. We then will be get for form the organization we then call Patriotic Advocacy Network in 2013. So for the past 9 years we do on them, and we don't do a lot of things them. Then in my personal life, me na possibly very calm, and a day within myself. If you check me most times, I can day within myself, just the alone, except when I can get activities them. Of course, I like friends. I like to read books. I like to watch game. I support Manchester United. Sure. And yeah, I like football. And when they come up, they play football. It's a way person they come up and they think for say and for become footballer. Then say they dream all for say they clap for we. Yeah. Messi, Ronaldo. Then say and they. But as man look the country, man say what plan and focus mainly by education, activism, and the likes. And also within me, community I can serve in a religious position and help people them, pray people and lead.
Okay. So as we carry on, tell we how this whole network come about.
Well, we attend the Albert Academy, where now one of the best schools there, not only in Sierra Leone but in the Africa at large. So that was in 2012 when we will be sit ask. So at that time we look at the current status quo of Albert Academy when I was school. If they ask for payment of assignments, if you know go lesson, teacher they penalized you, bribery. So then and the five of we at that time we feel so tormented, we will not be glad at all with him be the gone. So we decide for say we need for stand tall within the school. Okay. So we be short guys at that time. We then see payments for assignment to NEPI. We then see everything we need one. Then later we check, we feel for say Albert Academy no more the problem there. We notice for say it didn't other schools there. It didn't other bigger schools there all almost across the country. So we decide for say, you know what, this we not go only big advocate for Albert Academy reformation. Let's go this thing national. So there and then we decide for form an organization. I can still remember in 2011 that was our first meeting. We'll go and syndicate we then call 5 Shore Syndicate. Within that syndicate, then I do first thing for say we form the Africa Patriotic Society APS. But later we think about say we can form the Africa Patriotic Society in look broad and big. So look see how best to the limit we say. But we want to connect something we get for deal with patriotism. So the patriotism we not for left hand. So we can pull the Africa, we can pull the society, but that patriotic we for left hand. So we think. Then one of we left for think. What about we use it? Who don't left the patriotic? No use the Patriotic Advocacy Network. Pan. All my agree for say we don't get something. So we done there, we don't get name. The next thing now for register them. So we all will be the contribute that way contribution. But the money not be due. With the money not be due at that time in our building there be actually for 400,000 euros. It's a boy school but and they will go school. Therefore eat, therefore make everything there. You have lunch then for say they contribute better than they. So me money now, when me begin personally, now they my uncle begin me. Now they take them for. I say, well, would they go use them for register the organization? At that time, a lot of people in bash at me. You know, serious, you know, organization you want put Yanpa and the likes. So many people and cry me down. You sabi now the situation and they say you don't come for better, you don't come for succeed. So it was a very good experience. So we try for register. In 2012, we already for CDWASC, we be left for Lilo, we focus on our studies. So we officially registered in 2013 and we launched the organization the 13th April 2013. And so far, we done the try very hard for see how best we create positive impact right across the country.
Okay, so as you say, this whole initiative starts, within a school, based on what will now be the face, whereby some extent to now take them at large, for advocates for other schools. So presently, not just like within or nationally for schools or now they look at other interest situations again where Patriotic the cover.
Well, we don't already reach now the universities and also now the communities so not only limited now the schools currently the schools we don't make massive impacts there because in Freetown, that now western area, rural and urban, we get 42 schools they would operate. All the major big schools they would operate there. Kenema will get 20 schools there, Bo will get 20 schools there, Makene will get 10 there, Kono will get 10 there. We just expand we wing this year so now Falaba, Mongo, we in a district headquarters town, and Kabbalah. So far, but we goal now for 2023, we are in reach each and every district in this country. So engage the students engage the community, young people One of the biasness the way Patriotic Advocacy Network get, we focus on young people We need to compromise on that. We not focus on the aged people Because when we look with calculation, we notice for say in Sierra Leone, it's easy for make you train up that picky way they can, for make you give an injection. But the most strongest people in this country are the one that are the big people, the aged people. And so far, they made a very huge mistake for the development of themselves and the development of the country as a whole. So when we look at that dynamics there, we say, let us focus mainly on the young people And we started it with 5 members, will be the go school, and now get 1,153 membership across the country, and we do tremendous work. And another side, back where they hit on the communities, each and every of them school picking their way and the part of PAN, then back they into various communities. So in that aspect, they serve as ambassadors in their communities. About 2 years ago, during International Youth Day, we'll be left for engage the entire base and get to youth for which we'll be left for form an ambassador but then within the central community to half of the west part of community within Freetown, and then the back the part of we agenda for see how best to be able to incorporate at our best youth and get to youth because if you look something, when you go to our base, you meet some brilliant people they get brilliant discussion. When you go into the ghettos, one of the problems they face is stereotyping. Society then stereotype anybody who then say come out from the ghetto, this is not serious, this not in the thief not the area. But how much we were able for change the dynamics of society stereotyping. When we engage the ghetto youths then get the leaders, then get the 5Os they were extremely brilliant. And one of the emphasis they will emphasize is that Salone they create way for them. The society they bash at them, the society they stereotype them. I think it's high time we started for see how best to change that narrative. The engagement, civic engagement, dialogue, discussion. We exchange idea. We learn from ourselves. They give you a way forward.
Yes, and that will take me to that particular side as to how when they engage people of targets for CC what you are doing to like what you they talk about the stereotype and the likes other issues and they around so like how don't they come about as PAN for CC reach out so then people and they effectively and also pass the information where self one for CC it go down.
Well, we give different vehicles them when approaches they will use. One of them we can enter inside entertainment. And part of the entertainment we enter, we can use music, we can use drama. And another thing, we get so many songs that we will record, we then songs and then are songs of message. Like when the high rate of rape be happen at this country, we be left to pull a very beautiful song who title and Say No to Rape. A very sorrowful, a passion message. That song they be awesome. And amazingly, Nami writes that song there. So it was so amazing. You understand? And we also, during this peace campaign, as I talk to you, so we don't do a peace song. We one of our brother, when a Benjamin, when back they try, in back, do that song there for. So the use entertainment, we're very, very much key for passion message to young people. Young people can be bored when you depend speech no more. They tell you may have was in a book Washington day up, it happened. Another thing also what we launched in 2016 was so nice. Now the National Storytelling Festival. A festival we are in, you get your story, me get me story. The studio there so then get the story, also start the struggle and the challenges then. But which we don't fail for realize as a nation. So we get different ethnic groups then. But each and every of the ethnic groups there, they get their own story. The tribes then get their own story. So we they try for use the National Storytelling Festival in order for make we achieve diversity. Diversity that mean the man in getting enrichment the culture where the Timini man go benefit for. The similar thing happen with the Timini man in getting fine culture where the mini man they benefit for. And goes on to the Mandingo man, the Fula man, the Limba man, the Shabro man, etc. etc. So now that be the goal of the National Storytelling Festival. And amazingly, it can happen every year. In 2016, we used the theme Reimagining a Nation. Usai and Uspat Yuansi House Salon for Day. In 2017, we used, because of that landslide where it happened, we killed so many people, we used My Environment and Me. 2018, because of the electioneering process, we used Mi Salone, My Responsibility. 2019, we used United We Stand, Beats Tribalism. Of course, because of the COVID, 2020 will not be staged any festival. Last year, we used My Health is My Wealth, when I well body na gently. And this year, we'd already get a theme, when My Life, My Land, My Culture. When you look at the theme alone, you go na the north part, you go na the west part, you go na the east, the south. Each and every person, they take ownership of them district, ownership of the country, because we get the theme My Life, when are your life, My Land, when are your country, and your culture, how your culture for able diversify other possible the land for man. So we don't use them vehicle there, and it has been welcoming. Another thing also, we use debate, public speaking. With them back then, don't they try very hard. Currently, as I talk to you, so preparation day on for see how best we they get. We first public speaking for girls. Then a means and ways how they train girl picking them in public speaking. Then we can also use sports. We do on current peace and patriotism sensitization, of course, we don't see them. But one climax the peace sensitization with the first National Peace Marathon. We are in Witima Run for Peace. We want to take from Bosalt, we move on to Aberdeen, when a Kalon car park. What make could use that the young people they want for be energized. We see protest that they see Bokuna young people because they take up for say me a get strength, me are able to do something. But we they try for look at in a positive way. If you get strength, you will want go do marathon. No work at the street to preach peace. So then they also they try to meet the police for me them give you the clearance for do them. Then another amazing tool back they use for reach out, they use the media. Both the mainstream media and social media. And on behalf of PAN, we want to send with sincerest thanks and appreciation to Una for reach out to we. This show the good work and collaboration very nice. Without una not for be see good work at all not una not for be contact we. So we love we heart to una. We appreciate una work and we tell una plenty thank you. These has been the key approaches them who don't use in the organization.
Okay. Okay, most definitely una welcome. So presently, as you they talk about moving the vehicle they reach different side, and say for the vehicle go for reach now different places, you go get the fuel. So what I mean like how not on the phone then thing then yeah, so then who that not on the partner with so far?
Well, presently PAN not get any direct sponsors, and I can tell people them, but we can work on partnership, huge partnership, and we only partner with so many people them, and nationally, internationally, we only partner, but we not get any direct possible say okay, this the fund PAN, this the fund PAN, and through that partnership we can see how best we get some certain budgets them being covered. But one of my own key policy where I can tell everybody, if me want to do something, I start with me money, because nobody not tell me for say go form PAN or go become part of an organization. Now that I imbibe in my membership. So if we so want to do this, you need to say, hey, now because of money not deal. No. We start with my own contribution. Me when I made the workout dash card in order to achieve something. School picking the workout dash card. Then the first can be with source of income. And so far, for the past years, where people don't see the activities, they are willing for partner with we. Like the National Storytelling Festival, we get Yusuf Jallo, when a Sierra Leone international storyteller. Of course, he always every year he willing for partner with we and create more access for more people for coming for partner. The public speaking for girls where the preparation ongoing. We don't sell letters then to see different partners then for make them come on board. You understand? Like we next summit we want to do, and we now on building generational leaders, we get psychology of winning with the one partner with we. So far we don't operate on the partnership base, but I can always tell people the first source of income from PAN come up from we own contributions. Now then they don't lack in upkeeping civil society organization or non-profit making organizations, the willingness for sacrifice, the willingness of volunteerism. So we now force sources income. Next we can back on partnership. So with our low expectation, we believe on for so we first one our contribution. We don't make any program where we put we heart into for say one do God can make a simple one for we. Okay, we'll get internal fund, they win our contribution, then we move on. There are another amazing part about so we can get sponsorship from 2013 to now 9 years. We get people where they don't graduate from universities, some are even working. So with them, the one that they work with, they can see the project, we can send letter to them, they can give donation in the part of them because they believe in the cause which we depend.
Okay, so far make our only day. We'll go for a short break. We'll come back. We'll continue. Okay, viewers, still with me. I get the executive director when Mr. Ansumana Keita. We still there with you in the studio, and as you don't hear, we'll go for a short break where we come. I will tell you what's next.
I am going to forgive her on this one, but the next time this repeats itself, then it means that you are no longer useful to me anymore.
Make sure I am protected.
Don't worry, you are safe.
How much do you want to stay off the?
It's only a fool that can think that I can trade my love for a chicken change.
What is wrong with you?
I am really worried.
Are you here to complete the job?
I am not aware of him having issues.
Junior is not changing.
Those are what makes a man. What do you think a woman needs from your man?
Why would you get yourself involved with a shoemaker?
He's not a shoemaker. He's a student just like us. Don't touch my skin with your filthy hand.
I was a qualifying year student at the university.
That useless daughter of yours, where is she?
Chief.
Bring her out! Bring her out!
Why are you after me? Why are you barking at everyone close to me as if you are my dog?
Please take it easy. Calm down and tell me what she has done wrong.
Just shut up!
How can you be so careless? What is wrong with you? I'm sorry, you're bringing yourself into this fight, right?
He's after my son.
It is disrespectful to me.
Warn your son. So stay away from her.
There should be no problem.
You need to worry in this case.
So you're in this as take it easy.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
What is wrong with you? Huh? Are you mad?
Let us stop it up in the I'm doing my work here.
Now we not the fire, we the follow the smoke. The iron we know they burn or they broke. I be they talk and then they facing a joke. Me money and me power, no they tire for work. Give me.
Okay, viewers, welcome back. I'm still with me at the studio. I get the executive director for Patriotic Advocacy Network. Well, this now Salone Morning Discovery. As you still watch, the which we and yourself will be part of the program by sending in your text message. So, Mr. Keita, looking at what's in the happen presently, since that PAN, mostly the target youth, you know, in the country from the school or the university level to the university, if I can say. So, looking at what's in the happen, we see most of the youths them are concerned. Like what they indulge into, what them different behaviors, how it affect, you know, the different situations. So like how PAN don't they look into then thing and the activities of youths then, and how una describe so far presently the level of activities or participation of youths in the country?
Well, the reality is that the current situation of young people in a salon, the current situation of young people in a salon is so appalling. Appalling, discouraging, and disheartening. One of the things that we are the problem of young people in a salon, the young people of this nation, they need to compete. You see, possibly they graduate from FBC, IPAM, commerce, etc., but are not capable for even compete. A big problem, and then secondly, and if jobs then come, jobs opportunities then come. You notice for say we lack the manpower. The manpower I mean here is that we lack the know-how for see how best to able occupy into the spaces then there. A big problem. So on the whole, if you look the situation of young people in this country, a bad of most young people then the only avenue for nowadays for empower themselves they can say na education. But if you check the education say you don't see much there. You see that person they struggle by the work, they struggle in university, a lot of money they go, a lot of efforts they go. We are in young people and most people they ignore the skills aspect. They ignore for fine identification. So the key problem of young people it lies with identification. When we talk about identification, we talk about who that you be, who that not justice, who that not Keita. No sooner ask you for say, who that's not justice? Not tell me for say, well, my name not justice, and my name not Ansumana Keita. No. Me not justice. I am a presenter, I am a reporter, I am a writer. You don't give self-identification. But how many young people are we meet? You ask them for say, tell me about yourself. Now I name no more. Well, man, they try for flop subjects. Man, they try for flop subject. Okay, forget about ask. You know the other thing else way for him back on. Hello, 5 years you they try for flop subjects no more. You see the problem there, you begin blaming people them. Was in Adami auntie, they're not bad. These are bad people them. Most great people they get is sad start. Our problem is identification. Most young people they know about identify themselves. I say God the Almighty, He give each and every one of we a talent. That talent is there within we self. The talent they can't even before you say justice. Now maybe talent too. No. The talent now you defend within yourself. Who's na strength? Who's na your weakness? Like me, one of the things that we are noticed by myself. If you put maths before me, anything like cracking, and not sabi at all. Then there's a small primary picking, then I go correct me per calculation. Because I not sabi. And I not even find myself for sabi. But when it comes to talk, you back in the left pocket. That's the idea. So you see, if you identify yourself, and when you identify yourself, you build yourself. I tell you just now for say when I be they come up, I be like football bad. Yeah. And they see myself, they clap for me in a stadium. But later I identify myself, you know it. This in order for take me nowhere. No left the football for Musa Tumbo, the other one them. It take them some side. But you see young person in one grade not good, in one grade not sabi play ball. For cook yourself after 5 you not sabi, you still the monitor you go train. Change your narrative. Talent different from skills. Talent na something where you learn. And talent na something where you born with soggy. Skills na something where you learn. You know mean for senior education. Na job like barbing, plumbing. You get some people them they barb very well. They get that skills there, but you know what learn. You see young person, they team up all day na street on a junction, but you can learn skills. Photography, these are all amazing skills. Videography, photo shoots, you understand? These are all amazing skills. Within where they learn skills, you notice for say you get talent in some certain area. You dey explore yourself. I came from a very religious background, and my entire upbringing itself now throughout na mosques. Within myself, I never imagine for say I go ever write a song, but my song is meaningful. When I got a song, I compose it. I know for say, oh, so I can do this because I've tried for identify myself within it. And when you try for identify your talent, and they tell you for say justice for say, most people they get more than one talent. They get more than one talent. God can give us just one talent. He give multiple talents them. And then they call on young people and for say they need for get identification. So from the part of PAN, which we embark on that will catch them young campaign. And how best we forgive identification to young people them. Because without identification, nothing what they do for you, you need able to do. Even if you graduate from university, you're facing the same challenges them in your office system. You notice for say within the office space themselves, we need to get people there that compete. And if you lack identification, anybody can tell you for say grab go fet yonder, you grab go fet there. Because you don't know who that's now you. They don't dictate you based on that. Anybody can send anything to you, you accept it, you rob them. At the end, you blame the country for say, this country also, we man left here, we man go Babel. So that's it. Because of lack of identification, you notice for say, the young people of this country also, what did they embark on? Now, how they for say the idol one that they think for say, the day whether they go America or England or Babel, now that's the better.
Okay, so now as somebody where they interface with young people then, sure. You know, and then as you don't identify, say people lack or most of them lack identification. So again, what's in some of the issues then one can encounter, one can get from them people and they are more especially the young people them where to una feel say maybe na this na the reason why they can put handpan thing then way call for.
Well, the country and the first thing and the Salone, the entire country, the system is very poor. Country system starts from the homes. Now that picking with them born in born they see papa they knock mama they curse papa they say papa not responsible. If mama and neighbor they make plaba, you the picky you forget involved. If that board where like you call coco, it then on a roof, now you force they call the picking. Cow the pot cover can cost them. Then they force now a big problem, the homes. The picking they left there, you say making go na society. They go na society, there is no room in society. With this society they do, and for make the picking engage in bad life. You go na the schools them will for serve as educational center. As a center of ethics and morals, you see a lot of unethical things there. Payment of assignments, harassment, sex for grades, and the likes. How that Pekin go be welcome into the universe of Sierra Leone? No way. So the country has a big problem. The country in system. Then secondly, the laggard mind of young people. Most young people I tell you, they're lazy. They cannot compete. You see that young person that they get a job for campaign. Whether they get that job there for campaign, they happen in most institutions them. They never fall in love with the job, rather than they rate the amount of money where they pay the job. At first now they say, hey, me I want job, where they can give you job, they say work 8 hours, 9 hours. So all the way possible they work, possible they get better. You forget passion for your work. If you not get passion for your work, forget about it. Me, I keep on telling people I not get money, but I get passion for anything where they do. So if I get that passion, if now this water self what they drink, and they do me work, I'm so satisfied. I don't need shawarma, I don't need soft drink. Because I'm so satisfied. So most young people are not get passion by waiting they want to do. Waiting they go there, they begin rates them. Don't life na stage. You they compare yourself from your boss, not to your whole landy. You role now for land from your boss. Everybody gets boss. The prophets they all get boss and the likes. They get boss, maybe they teach them. They get their source of income, but they learn from their diligence. Another thing also about young people, most young people they crook in this country. They get 419 business. They take them for say where they meet person, where they spend money, where they meet person, where they give money, or person where they help them, they don't meet open bush. Any kind chapping. And insincerity, now something where they make you need to succeed this world, you need to succeed next world. Hake, sin. Now something where they catch. Now they can get one English word where they call karma. Karma. Now so they call it they catch. If you they go take something we not so for you. Somebody where they help you and chopper. Na problem nande na problem nande. Na big problem. So these are some of the factors there. And finding solutions to us than we can always fend for make person identify himself. That's why when me and you first contact, I told you for say, give me a description in writing format. Not even send to me voice note. When you give me the description, I give okay, because with the description they identify what they come for. What they come for. You see how we arrange the time. When I was coming, as you try for call me because you think for say the man no carry it. But know the time we'll put. Yeah, sure. So that's identification. Who that you be? Now the first approach. Then secondly, we try for imbibe the spirit of patriotism and honesty within the lives of young people. For honesty, no easy, especially within Salone. Person the worker, you see that person, they drop $100. The person day before he pick the $100, call her say, can, sister, uncle, look you $100 now you drop her. I know it's you, but them money then they, if you eat them, you take them, you don't get no side for care you go. The moment you go be happy, sometimes how the money they don't save, you need no, they begin go back double. But if you see you imbibe in your honesty, it will take you for a long way. You see other people in the Western world, one of the things they dip all in bad business, but they need take person on. See we not to the they need take. They try very hard for fend the on. Who cook they defend. So we need to engage in their culture. There. Another thing also, we create a counseling session for young people then, because we get a lot of things that will affect we in the country then. Now, part of them things then the way we notice, love not there between the bigger generation and we the youthful generation. Most of we already know, we take them for saying, then one day now the big one there, the one day in that power, and then the cause we suffer one. So likeness need there at all. So we can create that counseling for saying, you need for identify yourself. If you say you read so in a college, if you say you want to see to us, you need to identify your purpose. And above all, we teach them how to make sacrifice. Sacrifice for yourself, how you dey achieve. Sacrifice for your country, how your country for go before. These are sacrifices we meant for be done. You see young person, they give a book for can study. Sometimes they give a book for can study, 8 o'clock, he start for study. They watch the book till 8:30. They say, watch check online ba. As they check online, and they don't flash it. They did 8:30 till 12 a.m. The only thing they make it left online. Now way in data done. The way in data done, if you get chance, they trust back. They buy data. Whether they done back, now that moment they you need get away for subscribe. They say what whole book now. No, you don't already waste your energy on social media. It's a big problem. So okay, how the realistic approach there. When me what they talk so are not safe from that. You the list you not safe from that. Now how best to make the realistic sacrifices there. You achieve something, you need for make sacrifice.
Okay, so now as Pande about like you earlier on say when I get to the next summit now when I go come up with, so what's in una plans them then what's in una arrangement that una don't put now in place for.
Well, and we don't clarify the venue aspect. We want to do the Bim Bam with 85 Wellington. We would expand invitations I go send them to you, and we want to on Tuesday the 6th. We target 100 youth-led organizations. Then.
The 6th next month.
Yeah, 100 youth-led organizations. Then. Okay. Well, we target 100 youth-led organizations, and they back now another problem at the country. A lot of people in one form organization now. A lot of person them, na executive director, na coordinator, na national president, they all get similar goal. Wait till I can talk about plan for so they preach change. You don't hear a lot of organizations there they don't talk now. Yeah. There are a lot of youth man they right now, they want ambassadorial title, ambassador this, ambassador this. But such organization you need for know your purpose. Okay. You need for know why they carry out this ambassador. So in solving that problem the way they happen in our country, we decide to engage over 100 youth-led organizations with the leaders. Look, teach them about leadership. We teach them how to sustain the organization. We teach them the role of you making the necessary sacrifices. Them. So now a big problem that we will try to solve. So the purpose of this summit here so mainly for engage the youth-led organization. Them we divide the summit into 3 aspects. The one with the guest speakers them, the second one with the guest live storytelling, and the final one, just like what I tell you, youth money go away from entertainment. Okay. Let's forget amazing entertainment, dance, music.
Okay, so lastly, before we go, so if possible one for the part of plan, how we go do what are the criteria, then how you reach una, then somebody also maybe go on for again that help your hand. For pushing una motive before, how also you go do for each other?
Well, PAN, we get an open membership for everybody. PAN as a law organization. So we're very active on social media because most people in the social media. We check with Facebook accounts, TikTok account, Instagram account, Twitter account. Each and every one of them, we maintain the name Patriotic Advocacy Network. So as you type Patriotic Advocacy Network, you see we name pop up. Then also you can contact me directly on WhatsApp on 077 459 773 077 459 773. Always active. You can go on our Facebook page, Patriotic Advocacy Network, you drop message there, post in the way they reply. Quick one. As you drop and so the post they reply. We'll do that setting there. You can do tracing on that. If you want email, we send a document to they send on Patriotic Advocacy Network at gmail.com. Come on board, we can train you. We need everybody on board. You will think for say you need partnership, you need for support young people, then Pande kindly they employ you for make you render that service there to be.
Plenty thank you for the opportunity at the studio.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah. Okay, viewers, the person we just don't watch and listen, Mr. Ansumana Keita, the Executive Director for Patriotic Advocacy Network. Well, you don't hear you don't tell we so many about the network, what's in and they about, and also don't tell we about the upcoming summits, as then cordially they invite you also for the part of that. So this is Salone Morning Discovery, and me na Justice Tijan. I also will bring the end of the program. I want to say boku thank you to my executive producer, Dr. Aisatu Kake Jalo, and also to the camera crew, where they make it possible for make you watch we live. So till we meet again to another Salone Morning Discovery, I want to say peace.